Okay, so we're going to be creating a puzzle cube packaging box on Onshape. And to do that, we are going to need to create an outline of the box similar to what you see here. Let me go ahead and share my screen with the class. Share my screen. All right, so this is what eventually we're going to end up looking like. So let me show you how to do that. So we're going to create a new part studio, making it on the front plane. I'm going to create a sketch on the front plane. I'm going to start off with my first box. And remember, I said to add a bit of tolerance in for your box. So we're going to say it's 2.35 by 2.35. And we're going to create a series of boxes underneath that are going to be the same. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to constrain this to there. That's one. And do another one. Constrain it to there. That's two. Oops, let's undo this one. That didn't work out too well. Make sure that it's in the middle. Constrain this to that one. That's two. Let's do another one. That's three. And then we'll do another one. That's four. And they're all fixed to each other. So once I have these boxes fixed to each other, I can dimension these boxes by going here and put 2.35. The other thing I can use is this equal constraint over here. So I go over here to equal, and I can make this and this equal to each other, and this equal to each other, and this equal to each other. Now they're all the same size. I'm going to draw another box over here to the right. I'm going to constrain it. I'm doing another box over here to the left, constrain it, and then let's go ahead and use the equal again. Let's make this and this equal to each other, and this equal to each other. So now they're all the same size. And now I just need my tabs. If you looked in the template generator, it had this top tab was a little bit larger. So I'm going to go ahead and make this one a little bit larger. If you didn't, it's okay. Then I want the two angled sides to be the same. So we're going to make this equal to this. Instead of drawing it over again, I'm going to use a construction line by clicking on line and then construction. And then I'm going to draw a, oops, I had already done that. So let's do another construction line. So line, construction. Now I'm going to draw a dashed line. That way I can mirror this. Oh, by the way, if I like this, I'm just going to go ahead and dimension it so it's fully constrained. All right. So if I don't like this corner and I want to move it in a little bit to make the tab a little more slanted, I can. And then both will move. Now I'm going to use my mirror constraint. I'm going to select the line on my mirror option, select the line, and then the line. Let's do it one more time. Mirror, line, and then the entity is this entity, and this entity for that tab. For the other tabs, I'm going to draw those in now. I want this tab to look something like this. It doesn't need to be as tall, so I can move this in a bit. But I do want these two diagonal portions to be the same. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw this tab down here. Okay. And then once I have that, I can use my equal constraint again. I want this equal to this. I want this equal to this. And I want this one equal to this one. So now they're all the same. And then finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror those sketches across this line. So this sketch across this line here, here, here. And then this one here, here, and here. And now I have almost what I need. I want a little cutout for my finger to go up here at the top. So whatever size you decide you want to make it, it's all about the look. And we're going to delete what we don't need. And so now we have a finished sketch that looks something like this. I'm going to go ahead and do some extrusions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extrude sections that are not connected for right now so that I can get, oops, I got one more thing I need to add. Let's go back to the sketch. So we're going to edit the sketch. I need the tab at the bottom. So let's go ahead and add the tab at the bottom. Tab at the bottom is going to look like this. All right. And then I want to make these equal to each other. And then I want to bring this in some because I don't need it to be as tall right there. All right, so now I have that. I need to make my sketch visible, and I want to continue extruding sketches, sections. So there's my first set of extrusions, and then my second set of extrusions will look like this. Until finally, I have a whole bunch of individual extrusions. I can go ahead and hide the sketch, and I can hide my work planes to see what it looks like. Looks pretty good to me. If one thing you could do is you could round out these edges if you like. So instead of doing diagonal, you can curve them out if you'd like. Oops, that's the wrong one. We don't need that one. We need this one. So that now, when I look at it from the front, it looks something like that. Then I'm going to go into my drawing page. I'm going to go ahead and create a new drawing. So we're going to create drawing. It's going to be a custom template. We're going to click on ISO and then A0. We do not want to include the title. We do not want to include the border. Click OK. What this does is if we always start like this, we know that most of our parts will fit on this unless it's super huge. But what we can do is we can change the size of our page. I'll show you how to do that in a second. We're going to click on Part Studios. And then instead of clicking on individual parts, I'm going to click on Part Studio 2. Make sure that it's 1:1 ratio. And I'm going to put it on the page. Now, I don't want to export it as this. I want to export it as a page that's closer to this size. So I'm going to right-click on the sheets. Actually, not right-click on the sheets. Right-click on Sheet 1. I'm going to go to Properties. I'm going to change it from size A0 to Custom. And the size that I'm going to do is 11 inches by 17 inches. If I do that, you'll notice that your part moves off of the page. You're going to go ahead and move this down here. Now it's on the page. We're going to export this drawing. Let's rename it first. Mr. J Box. Then I'm going to export this as a PDF. So the PDF, we're going to export it. Once you have it exported, all of the steps will be, you import it into Cami, you edit it, and then you submit it to the classroom. So that's how to create it.